So Coleman, we grew up playing a lot of Excitebike. Is that correct?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So again, I always bring up our grandmother's NES, and we would always go up to her upper floor and play her NES like crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you know Excitebike very well.
Yeah, I played this quite a bit growing up.
Yeah. So you can see here, this is a NES Remix's version of Excitebike. You have your standard up-down, accelerate, turbo boost type gameplay.
Yep.
He crashed right there. He's going to try to get back on his bike. And what sticks out to you about this game? Why is this worth archiving in NES Remix?
I mean, for me, it was there's a Pro-Am game I used to play that was racing, but this one was my first experience with any sort of a racing game, and motorcycles are always way cooler than cars when you're a kid.
Yeah, I think so.
And, I mean, the noises are probably... I just remember them being a huge part of the game for me. I loved the noises. Wrecking, overheating, everything was just perfect.
Yeah, the noises definitely stick with you. So these are the challenges. There's 10 challenges here. Each stage, I guess, has its own sub-stages. I don't know how much you've seen of NES Remix, but
not much.
You can see they're pretty easy. Like, this goal is to get to the finish line. Watch out for mud. I mean, even if you touch the mud, you wouldn't finish. So these first few stages are just to warm you up to the type of challenges you'll experience with Excitebike through the NES Remix game. And watch out for obstacles. And of course, because I recorded this earlier, and because I'm very good at Excitebike, as you know, I use that wheelie trick to get over those bumps.
Yes, only pros know that.
Mm-hmm. So what really stuck out to me was when we played Excitebike was the design mode. You were all about that design mode, I remember.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I would make courses that were impossible, but...
Yeah, do you remember that like hellish monstrosity that you could put in there? It was had that upper landing type thing, the little catwalk.
Yes.
Yeah, what was that even? Alright, so this challenge is pretty easy, 3 seconds wheelie.
Oh.
These are all about wheelies.
Nice.
And this is where they teach you, so that as you go through these stages, it kind of teaches you to get ready for the harder stages to come. So this one doesn't teach you about the turbo boost yet. We still haven't learned about that really in this game's eyes yet.
Mm-hmm.
We just learned that you can use the wheelie to go over those bumps. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and this gets a little bit more difficult. All these obstacles here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But a little fun fact: those stages that we made, it turns out we could never save them. Even though, as delirious little children, or I don't know, you're a little bit older than me. I always thought you could, and I always thought you would make the same ones, and we'd play them over and over again. But you just made these hellholes that can never be beaten. But when this game was in Japan on the Famicom, they actually had a little add-on where you could record memory to a data cassette.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked like a little, a cassette tape. I don't even know. Those were old when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's actually that's a cool fun fact. I always thought you could save the NES version. I thought I had a battery, but this was an NES launch game, so no batteries at that point really.
Wow.
No
Yeah,
batteries and
that's
cartridges.
Japan always getting the cool stuff.
Yeah. Also, we just completely skipped over this. Did you know that whole... I don't know if you're watching the video. Did you know that you could land your bike levelly and you don't lose any speed?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh.
That blew my mind. Yeah, you can tilt your bike, and if you land completely parallel to the ground, you don't lose any speed.
Yeah, as a kid, all I did was try to do wheelies the entire race and see if I was cool.
Yeah. This is where they teach you about the turbo boost. Again, those noises between the normal acceleration,
oh yeah,
turbo, and then if your engine's about to explode. I mean, those stick with you.
Oh yeah.
I almost want the turbo boost as a alarm clock noise, so that might be too terrifying though.
That into the wrecking noise.
Yes. Yeah. So we're already, I think, halfway through here. Yeah, stage 5. And this is, again, pretty simple ramp up here. Complete a lap on track 1. Track 1 is just, I guess, the first track of NES Excitebike, obviously. But yeah, look, if I don't land parallel, look at my bounce. I never knew that. See, I landed parallel there, no bounce. It blew my mind. I was playing through this the other day. I was like, wow, I can't believe that was always an oversight.
Wow.
Yep. So did you play a lot of the N64 Excitebike?
I did. That one probably blew my mind the most out of all. just the multiplayer games I played back then, besides like Smash Bros and stuff, that one was amazing fun for me and my brother. We would play that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one was it definitely played like Excitebike. Okay, actually, pause. Not the video, but this entire thing. So knock over a rival with your back wheel. These people tumble over their bikes like 5 times. There's no way they're getting up from this. Look, check this out. They actually tumble off screen. And I think I got it here. I actually land on a dude's head, and there's a different animation for how dead they stop. You land on their head, and they just stop dead in their tracks. And right here, this is vehicular manslaughter. They might as well just call it vehicular manslaughter, the game. Knock over 5 rivals. I drive ahead of this guy. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey, they get back up, so the brain damage must not be too severe.
Yeah, but the one I landed on, I'm pretty sure he's in the ICU.
All the ones that roll off the screen are dead. The ones that stay on get to live with minor brain damage.
This is where it gets a little bit challenging. It tells you to get to the finish line without crashing. That can be a little bit difficult with these a-holes. That guy. I just landed on him and he stopped. Poor guy. I hope he wasn't married with kids.
Your pro skills, though. Look at that. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised. Okay, so I don't know if you've been noticing. You get 3 stars per stage based on your completion times. So this slowed me down. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a miss. You see, I lost a life there. I think that's the first life I've lost in this video. Every time I lose a life, the time restarts at that stage, so where it was. But if I lose all 3 lives, which I'm coming close to doing because I'm just doing terribly right now, if you lose all 3 lives, you still continue. You get to continue at stage 2 in this stage, but you're capped at getting 1 star.
Oh.
So the challenge comes in. You need to have those 3 lives stretched to stage 3, in this case. Yeah. So right now I'm still good. I'm probably still 3-star worthy. I think I know I am. But if I lose that other life, I'll have to finish stage 3, but I only get 1 star. So you can see where that obsessive pause, restart mentality can come in.
Definitely.
Yeah, you've played Meat Boy. You've played these things.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 stars there. And it builds up that meter, which gives you a stamp later on the game, which you can use on the Miiverse, which is the Miiverse a little bit. It's like Nintendo's forum message board thing. Odd thing. Yeah, so this is just a race. Beat the 3rd best time. I never got a gauge for who was in 3rd, who was in 1st. I don't know if you remember trying to fight with that, the times as a kid.
Yeah, I just remember trying to race as good as I could and then hoped that I was in 1st. I don't know if I don't remember there being a very good way to tell if you were in 1st.
No, it just spawns these NPCs out of nowhere. Like, there's not 30 people in this race. I don't know who these guys are. The game just throws them at you. Oh, crash up a hill. That makes sense.
I'm just remembering back to all the tracks I would make, and it was just, I would make like 50 of the same thing, and then 50 of the same other thing, and it was impossible.
Yeah.
You would just die constantly.
It'd be like that uphill battle mode in 64.
Yes, hill climb. Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. The one thing I didn't like about Excitebike 64 was, I don't know, its look. Like, I played the crap out of that game because it felt like Excitebike. You still had your pull back and boost to jump farther thing.
It just tried to look too serious.
It looked like Travis Pastrana BMX hardcore racing game. All those were coming out.
Yep.
But it definitely still felt like Excitebike. If they did something, I don't know, they even could have done it on the GameCube, like a Wind Waker Excitebike game. Yeah. That would have captured it perfectly.
I think actually if they did like something with trucks and you could just call it Excite Trucks, that would be so cool.
Fun fact, Coleman, I can't believe you forgot this. Excite Truck was a game on the Wii.
Yeah.
That guy landed on top of me and he just died. I don't know if you saw that, but
he did.
Yeah. Excite Truck was actually trying to pull off the branding for Excitebike.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was made by the similar people. No, it was pretty much you're in the air, shake your Wiimote and you'll get a boost. So I don't really care for what they've done with the Excite name or Excite prefix. Like they had Excite Bots. Did you ever play that one?
No.
Excite Bots was a racing game, but you were like robotic beetles.
Oh.
Yeah, it was completely strange, but it was actually pretty fun. And this is the final stage. Man, time sure does fly. But yeah, this is just beat the best time. And this is a good run. If you want to see some good Excitebiking, watch this. But,
Ooh, those landings.
Yeah.
Pro finish.
Perfect. Oh, well, ignore that. So, I really wish they would do something more with the Excite series. I don't even know what you would call it. But just give me another Excitebike racer. They had one on the Wii that was downloadable that I guess was pretty good, but they haven't really captured what I like about this one.
Yeah.
Which is probably just the engine noise, now that I think about it.
Yeah. Nintendo's become pros at just rechurning out all of their games, so they should be able to do it pretty well with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, Nintendo, hey. Oh, no, just kidding. I love Nintendo, but yeah, they need they need to revive some of these in a cool way.
Yeah, they need NES Remix 2 coming April 15th.
Ah. Wow,
Well, yeah,
that seems fast.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround. Well, when they released NES Remix, they just said, hey, they did the whole Apple thing, where they said, NES Remix, it's this really cool game. Surprise, you can download it right now. And people would download it. This little finish challenge music, my friend Doug had a camcorder that had this music, like when you turn it on, the camera would go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo when you turn it on.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy to me. But yeah, I think that's kind of the end of our video. Thanks for talking through this with me.
No problem. I'm always here.
Look forward to playing more Excitebike with you. And I think what I'm going to do for the next one is go through some of the remix stages. I might have you on with those. This is where the games get really crazy. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.